You want to stop fighting about how your husband loaded the dishwasher wrong again? Yeah, I've been there. Same. Because yes, when they don't load the dishwasher correctly, it's incredibly annoying. But we also know that it's not really about the dishwasher, is it? A conversation that I have often with my clients is this ripple effect of intimacy onto other areas of the relationship. I was just talking to one of my clients, Amanda, about this earlier today because she was trying to increase libido and wanted to have sex again, but couldn't figure out why her and her husband were just bickering about everything. The way he folded towels, how he disciplined the dog, even his breathing sometimes irritated her. He breathed too loud when they were eating. They've been together for 12 years. And a couple of weeks ago, I can hear this conversation in my head that I had with her. A couple of weeks ago, she snapped at him for the way he was cutting vegetables. Vegetables! And they didn't talk for 2 days. And when her and I were exploring this, it became very apparent that the tension and guilt and resentment that they were both feeling about their lack of intimacy was having a lot of ripple effects. Because every time you say no and then feel guilty, every time you resent when he tries to initiate, because clearly this is so hard for you right now and he doesn't get it. And why does he not get that? Right? And every time you try to have sex, but then can't stay in the mood or can't get out of your head and are really hard on yourself, it creates more and more disconnection. So, a little behind the scenes fun fact here is that when physical intimacy decreases, your brain literally changes how you perceive your partner. There's less oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone. So you are a lot less tolerant of the little annoyances. And then that mental algorithm starts looking for evidence to support that they're now this new, like, annoying person. So you start to see that more. And then communication patterns shift towards criticism rather than curiosity and teamwork. And now you get stuck in that negative feedback loop where every little thing drives you nuts and you are short with each other. And then you're annoyed that the other person was short with you. And then you're short back and you're stuck. Understanding this connection doesn't mean forcing yourself to get in the mood either or have sex when you don't want to. That's not the answer. Having sex to fix this issue is not the answer, but it does explain why everything else can feel harder when physical connection is missing or when it's feeling really tense for you. So try a simple technique this week for this, like the 20-second hug. If you've been in my community long, you've heard me talk about this, but this literally causes physiological changes in your body and can decrease stress and increase connection. But go into it with no expectations, right? Or it's going to have the opposite effect. No expectations that this hug might lead to more, that this might open the door for sex, that we might end up fooling around. No. No expectations for more, or it increases stress. We don't want that. So talk to your partner about it ahead of time and say, hey, I want to try this. Talk to them about how physical intimacy is affecting you both in other ways. Have them listen to this to conceptualize how it's not just the sex that's affected. Everything outside the bedroom is affected by this because it doesn't exist in a vacuum. And if you're anything like Amanda, you want to stop nitpicking how he cuts the vegetables because that's not worth your time and effort. And there are much better ways to connect. So if you want to learn how to transform your relationship on an even deeper level and want more strategies for what can help with this, book a call with me and we can explore next steps because you and your partner both deserve to have a relationship with more connection and more ease and less fights about the things that don't matter. Okay, I hope this helps. See you next time.